Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at the market preview for the coming week. This is going to be our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans. This is going to be for Monday, March 10th, 2014. Had kind of just a grinding day today for the most part, with the NASDAQ a little bit weak. Really not seeing that too much in the scans as far as the signals goes, but there are some deviations here. Got an open close deviation to the downside in Amgen and also Biogen, so you see a little bit of a theme developing here with weakness in the BTKs. We shorted Biogen today, relatively early, and had a huge winner. Sun has also got a deviation to the downside, as does First Solar FSLR. BlackBerry's got a downside CPS and is flirting with potentially a downside open close deviation. SanDisk has a downside CPS, is getting hit pretty hard today. That's almost 2% below the day's open. Moving on to the financials. Financials are definitely stacked up on the sell side. A lot of the major averages are 9 days up, something to be aware of. So take a look at your bar counts this weekend. A lot of weakness here. Contra signals and RPSs. This is going to be probably something pretty important on the chart for a while. Also, Huntington Bancorp does have a volume deviation, and for the most part, always do have pretty good volume going on. Wells Fargo has a downside RPS and is looking like it's going to get a volume deviation as well to the upside. Energies paired off as far as signals go. There is some weakness out there. The coal stocks are real weak. ACI is about 5% below the day's open, as is BTU. Got that volume bump in BTU and also PBR. Moving on to the generals, you can see there's definitely not as much volume as in the financial sector. A lot of deviations to the downside on volume, so the volume's fairly light here. Nothing really sticking out just yet. We're getting some weakness here in Comcast, 1.5% below the day's open approximately, so could see some follow through to the downside on Monday. Taking a look at the housing names, a little bit for sale here. Hovnanian's got an RPS to the upside after having another day where it had to absorb a lot of selling. That one could be interesting on Monday. A couple of sell signals here. They're the contra variety in the transport index. We've got one on the buy side. Usually don't count dry ships in the overall sectors. Moving on to the commodities. The commodities were really kind of not so much in play today. FCX gapped down this morning and did continue to the downside, so that was real weak. AA's got a volume bump but doesn't have a signal. Newmont's flirting with a contra signal to the upside, so that might be worth tracking for Monday. Alright folks, as always, thanks for listening, and please, if you find the videos informational and useful, please give us a thumbs up. And this has been Rich for tradesight.